Well, we're going to take a look at some races in detail, and at the moment it's not looking too good in Florida for Joe Biden. Let's not forget that President Trump won back in 2016. He won all 29 electoral college votes. As we can see there, 86% of the votes counted, and President Trump is ahead at the moment. So we could be getting a result from there pretty soon. Also, we're going to be keeping a look at Ohio too. That's another swing state. 18 electoral college votes at the moment. Joe Biden is ahead against President Trump, but of course, just 1% of votes are counted at the moment. And Texas, which has traditionally been a Republican state, the Democrats were hoping to flip that to a Democrat state. It's a big one, 38 electoral college votes. Traditionally, as I said, Republican. At the moment, it keeps going from Joe Biden back to Donald Trump. And as we see there, 27% of the votes in. Joe Biden is ahead at the moment. But of course, plenty more votes to be counted in that state. So let's take a look at how things are shaping up at the moment. We can already see that some of those states that we're almost expecting to go to the Republican candidate, President Trump, of course, Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Oklahoma. At the moment, we're seeing that some states have already gone, also not a shock to Joe Biden, places like Illinois, Vermont, then the states up in the northeast like Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Virginia too, New Jersey, but we're keeping our eye on those swing states. Pennsylvania, Ohio, North Carolina. There were some problems in North Carolina with voting, and they've actually extended the voting. In fact, it closed just a few minutes ago in that state. But like I said, we're keeping our eyes firmly fixed on Florida at the moment to see what is happening there, because it's really tight. And at the moment, Joe Biden has 85 of those college electoral votes. President Trump has 55. They need to get to that wonderful number of 270 at least, and we'll be keeping you up to date, of course. Now, back to Layla.
With me here still, Arun Chowdhury and William Glucroft. William, could we really see President Trump not concede, and what would happen?
I think the big question is, to answer that, how much might one candidate or the other win by, and how soon will we know it? And how much time goes by will also determine how much time the Trump campaign, as they've said they will sow doubt into the credibility of these results. I think it'll be interesting, if we see a big Biden or a certain Biden win tonight, if Trump will say, no, we need to wait for all the votes to be counted, which would, of course, contradict what he said earlier, which was he basically wants a decision tonight based on whatever votes are in tonight. I think we can definitely be pretty sure that there's going to be court challenges on both sides. In many of the swing states, we could be seeing a Florida 2000 on steroids situation, where what we saw in Florida being the count being challenged, going all the way up to the Supreme Court, which is now a 6-3 in favor of conservatives. 3 of those judges are Donald Trump's picks. We could see that in multiple states. I think the real extreme dark scenario of violence, of unrest, I think we're still a very far way away from that. I think we should be very careful not to be putting that idea into viewers' minds to sort of create a self-fulfilling prophecy, because I think we're very far from that.
Mm-hmm. Now, both sides are already lawyering up. I mean, that's already underway, so there will be legal issues to be fought over. Could we see, Arun, a long, dragged-out post-election process?
Absolutely, and I think it will play out like a million Floridas, like a million hanging chads. It'll be, preventing people from counting, which is sort of the classic way these things have happened, whether it's LBJ or whether it's George W. Bush. When elections are sort of shady like this, it's not that things are counted wrong, it's that a court asks people to stop counting something. We have no legal reason to recount this or to count these in the first place. And so I think keep an eye on these kind of cases.
All right.
That gap will really matter. If it's a Biden blowout, it might not matter if Trump concedes or not. It'll be clear. Yeah. And much like the coronavirus, he just won't be able to deny the facts that exists.
It could be a couple of counties here in Pennsylvania.
Exactly. But if it's close, that concession will be important.